Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are finishing up our characters for the next branch of Roll20 Presents Pathfinder Playtest. So let's level these characters up. You don't have to worry too much about things like spells that you've chosen, because those, it'll just be a whole bunch at the end. We're going to worry about gear kind of after the fact, but there may be some stuff that's reliant on choices that you made early on. Now, I assume everybody just wants to like level up singularly. Like we don't want to do any. Does anybody want a multi-class? Dave, do you want a multi-class? I'm looking at you, Dave.
I was thinking about just because it would be cool to show off the systems and having the character take a fight.
Do fighter, yeah, that's
delineation might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, well you can ponder it. We can work through the other characters and level them up as is. So let me find the section on leveling up, and we will see what that looks like. Because I think you probably just gain like some stuff regularly at every level, and then you gain some additional bonuses at certain levels. And I think 5th level is where it gets like more complicated, which is why they made this for 4th level. I think that we just get to see kind of what some of the level ups look like. Okay, I'm trying to find that in the rules.
Yeah, leveling up's super simple. It's all based on class. You don't roll HP, you just get a number.
Perfect. Okay.
Tells you in the class section. It's like at level 2 you pick a skill feat.
Oh, this is nice. So they give you they give you basically like a checklist to like when you level, do these things. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so the leveling up, I'll be running off of this section. I'll look at this page. It's 278. You don't have to necessarily follow along because you have your own stuff that you'll do. So when you level up, to sum up, every time you gain a level, make sure you do each of the following. So you will increase your hit points. This is all going to come from your class. So you'll increase your hit points. Yeah. You will add any class features that you get, including ability boosts and skill increases. From the appropriate list, you will select feats as you go along. You will learn additional spells if you are a person that can cast spells. You will adjust proficiency values as you go, and then that's it. So there is some cool stuff in here about like archetypes as you level up, right? With prestige traits and what have you. I think this is the replacement for like how prestige classes used to be.
Yes.
So like
there are a couple in at the moment.
Cavalier,
there's Pirate, which I was also thinking about.
Right, Cavalier, Grey Maiden, Pirate. Interesting. So yeah, it does definitely look like it's a subset of additional pieces that you get to play with if you decide to go that direction, rather than like having there be a pirate class. The pirate is an archetype, a prestige archetype.
I can't remember where that is. Which page is it on?
279. It's the beginning of the archetypes. You're welcome, Dave. So Elf, do you wanna start? Should we level you up?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So we're leveling you up to level 4.
So I get another 30 hit points because I'm getting 10 each level, assumedly, because of the ranger. I get a feat, a ranger feat at level 2, which I'm going to take Quick Draw, which allows me to both access my weapon and fire it in one action. And I think that's it for level 2, basically.
Okay.
And level 3 is I get a general feat and a skill feat.
Okay.
The general feat I'm going to take is going to be Fleet, which increases my movement speed by 5 because I am the slowest party member. And I need to catch up.
You're becoming the fastest dwarf in the West.
I'm 25. Yeah, the fastest dwarf in the West. Old Lyra Quick Fingers or something. I don't know. I haven't made it up yet. But yeah, so I'll take Fleet, which is my general feat, and then skill feats. I have not yet decided what skill feat that's going to be. I don't really it's all very like subdivided here, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do really. I don't know. I'm just reading stuff at the moment. Eventually I'll figure it out.
Okay. So I mean, if you want to, if it's easier for you, you can just make a list of all the things that you need to do between here and that level.
Well, and then level 4 is another ranger feat and something else that I'm not remembering.
Okay, well, I'm looking at it now. So you'll get And I guess this is the list of things that you'll need to do in this order before your character's caught up. So a ranger feat and a skill feat.
Yeah.
And then a general feat, a skill increase, and weapon expertise.
Yeah. And then a ranger feat
and then a ranger feat and a skill feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 2 skill feats to get, a ranger feat to get, which I think I know what already is going to be, and the skill increase and the weapon expertise, but I don't know what those necessarily mean. So
what do you, Dave? Do you know off the top of your head what?
It says here skill increases are at 3rd level, and every 2nd level after you gain a skill increase.
Yeah.
It's
you can become trained in one skill you're untrained, or become an expert in one skill you're already trained in.
Right. So this is how we take skills and bump them up levels.
And weapon expertise gives me a single weapon group. Proficiency increases to expert for simple and martial weapons of that group.
Because
so
in this system, pretty much everything is judged on trained, like expert, like the levels of proficiency.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So again, this is in other systems where you might have a general, like, as you level, you just get broadly better at everything that you're already good at. This is like granularly things are getting better as they go.
I'm gonna upgrade my survival to expert.
Okay.
And was it 2 things or 1 thing? Let me just, every 2 levels you can use this to gain a skill increase.
A skill increase.
It's one thing. So I upgrade my survival from trained to expert. And I'm going to take expert skill in crossbow stuff, whatever the crossbow category is.
The one thing I'm good at, I'm going to get better at it.
Also, the ranger feat I'm going to take for 4th level is going to be running reload, which allows me to reload a weapon as a thing while I'm moving. If I move, I can reload it for free.
Got it. Okay.
So that seems like the way to go.
Right, and this is the weapon expertise group is bow group.
Yeah, bow. Okay.
I belonged to bow group for a while. Then I had my membership withdrawn. I'm sorry, Adam. You have to leave bow group. It's like Fight Club with bows.
Oh shit.
The problem was I kept talking about bow group.
So the thing I need is two skill feats, and I just like, what is that? Is there survival feats? I'll take those.
So skill feats are in chapter 5, and let's see here. Nope, not ranger.
There are both a lot and actually not many at the same time.
Yeah.
It's at that level of table.
Right. So you want to look at page 160 for skill feats, but you owe yourself a skill feat. So that's
I owe myself 2.
Yeah, that's all we need to know is that'll be the thing, and we'll go over it next time. And I'm okay with, like, for this stuff, bringing it up as we play, right? Like, so rather than saying, like, here are all of my feats, here are all my skill stuff, to just be like, aha, I have a thing for that, and, like, bring it up as we go along so we can kind of learn about the characters in play. Okay, yeah, that's not too complicated. It just means there's some homework to be done. Cool. All right, so think on that. Josh, let's check in on our cleric here. Did you decide on a deity? Do you have a god?
Can we? I do.
Okay.
Pharasma.
Cool. Good. All right. Cool. So Pharasma, and yeah, I'm not. You don't have to be ready to advance. I just want to come in and, like, check in on how you're doing.
Okay.
Make sure. Make sure you're doing good. So
yeah,
don't worry about falling behind. Yeah, it's totally cool. Yeah, I'm literally, we're just taking this as we go, so you don't have to be ready for the thing. So Pharasma gives you your positive energy channeling. She used to give you occultism, but now she gives you medicine. Cool. All right. Her domains are death, fate, healing, and knowledge. And
so I'm going to take healing on that one.
Her weapon is the dagger.
Because I'm little.
Cool. Okay. Good. And then, let's see. What alignment is she? She's neutral. Okay.
Neutral. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you'll have your channel energy, which gives you your pool of positive energy that you can use to heal, cast that spell. And it's 3 plus your charisma modifier times per day. That's cool. Okay, and that'll affect what spells you choose and stuff, and you can handle that. Okay, cool. All right. So like we did with Elf, I'll let you know what stuff you will get, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But you don't have to choose it all right this second. So you'll get at 2nd level, how many hit points do you get per level? Your Constitution. What's your Constitution modifier? 2.
It is 2.
Okay, so you just like Elf, you get another 30 hit points.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. And then you're gonna get you owe yourself a cleric feat and a skill feat at level 2.
Okay.
And then at level 3, a general feat and a skill increase.
Okay.
And then at 4th level, a cleric feat and a skill feat.
Okay.
And I think, and Dave, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think, do you have access to, it's like all of the clerics, all the cleric spells and then domain stuff, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's additive.
Perfect. Okay. So when preparing spells, you can select from, let's see. In addition, the divine list, and then anything from your domain spells.
Sweet.
That's cool. Okay. And healing gives you, healer's blessing as your initial domain power. Rad. Okay. So yeah, those are, now we know your shopping list. We know what you can get. So you'll get some more feats.
Cool.
And load up. Cool. All right. So Space Elf Wizard. Cat, let's talk about your advancement. So for you, you're gonna get a bucket load of spells because you're a wizard. So same thing as with Elf and Josh. You're gonna get 2 skill feats and 2 wizard feats. Okay. You're gonna get your 2nd level spells. Obviously, you're gonna get a general feat and a skill increase. And then you'll get hit points equal to another 15 hit points.
Okay, 15.
Because it's 6 each level. It's 6 plus your Constitution modifier, which is -1.
It's a goose egg. I increased it once.
Oh, you did. Perfect. Okay, so then you get 18.
Yeah.
Wow, it took me way too long to add 3 to that number. I was like 1, 2. Comes after 2. It's 3. Okay, and then we add that. All right, cool. So yeah, it seems like for the most part, leveling up is just picking feats and choosing spells. For you, you've got your starting 10 arcane cantrips and 8 first level spells, and then you add 2 more arcane spells to your spell book of any level you can cast as you go.
Okay.
So that's another 6 spells total. So 10 arcane cantrips, 8 first level arcane spells, and then 6 more spells of like whatever.
Do you know when I get in there 2nd level spells?
Yeah, so your spells per day at 4th level will be 3 first and 3 second.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And that's not modified. I don't think your stats modify this, do you? Let me look. Nope. No, it doesn't look like it. Cool. Yeah. So your spells cast is just on there. Let me double check. Compare to it's on. So for prep stuff, it is on page 135 down at the bottom. But it does look like it just increases by your level, not by your stats.
Okay.
But let me look. Go on your spell slots. Chosen school if you're a specialist. Yeah, it just changes your DC, right? Your intelligence. Yeah. Okay. So I don't see it on 135 or 136. So it looks like you just have to worry about your spell slots from the table on 137.
Okay. I have one question about a skill related thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So the elf thing, one of the elf things that I took at some point, the one that we talked about on this was like pick a thing so that you can take the what is it? Arcana assurance, right? So I could take a 10.
Yeah, your assurance.
But then I automatically get training in Arcana. I would like the thing to the assurance to be matched to Arcana, but since it's level 0, it seems weird to take double training in it. So is there any benefit to taking double training twice at first level other than having that assurance, or should I be spreading that around?
So you get Arcana training from being a wizard, and you get that in addition. Well, so the Arcana the Arcana assurance is different from the skill.
Yeah, but it gets matched to whatever I decide to put the.
Oh, so you get it for free as part of the assurance. Okay.
Whatever the training goes attached to.
Right, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think in character creation, if you already have something from like a background, and maybe Dave, because you are more familiar with this stuff.
Yeah,
do you double up, or do you just pick something different?
I think you pick something different because I don't think you can be an expert in a skill at level 1, but I can't remember where it says that. I've been trying to look for it.
I know, right? This is a thing that comes up in more than one game. If you already have a skill in like phase 2, when you get to phase 4, if you get that skill again, what do you do?
Yeah.
I don't mind picking something different, but
totally. Yeah, I just want to make sure, like, if it shows up twice in the list, like, what do you do with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not at the top of the skill section. Hopefully, it's at the bottom somewhere. No, it's not. Where would it be?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question. And I'm sure it's in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Okay, well, we'll keep looking at it. Yeah, it doesn't say in the early character sheet. So yeah, either you'll get another one. I just don't want you to end up with like less skills, because like I can't imagine that it's like if it comes up again you just don't get anything. But also you can't be an expert in a skill at level 1. So I think probably you will just get another skill. But for right now, just keep a one of your skill, like you're owed a skill. The game owes you a skill, and we'll find the rules sometime when we're doing. I'll put it on my list for homework. Cool. Okay. So for right now, yeah, just pick your feats that you get, and then obviously your spells. You'll get that between now and when we play the first session.
Yes.
Dave, did you decide if you want to?
Not yet, because rogues get a lot of feats, so I'm still picking. Like at level 1, you pick your rogue feat and a skill feat. At level 2, you pick a rogue feat and a skill feat and a skill increase. At level 3, you get a general feat and a skill feat and a skill increase.
Right. There's a lot of stuff. So do you think you want to stick with just like rogue, or do you want to try to do rogue fighter? Because rogue seems pretty complex, but if I know anything about you, it's that you're like, complex, can I make it more complicated?
Yeah, I need to look what the fighter delineation gives and see whether the dip is like worth it, really.
Well, I mean, while everybody else is picking their feats and stuff, should we talk about multiclassing? So how does multiclassing work in the Pathfinder playtest?
So multiclassing, if my reading of it is correct, is excuse me. You use a general feat, and you pick. I keep saying delineation. That's not what I mean at all. It's a dedication. It's just a feat. You pick a feat, and then you get some abilities from the class, and then further you can use feats to. So it's not you're not like a first level rogue and a 4th level fighter. You're still a rogue, but you've taken a fighter. No, I'm gonna start calling it a fighter dedication. Yeah.
Interesting.
So if I used my general feat from level 3, and I think it's a general feat.
It's a level. So fighter dedication at level 2.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure whether it has to be a general point or whether it can be a class point because you can't get a general feat at level 2.
Right. No, of
So
course.
for it to have a 2 thing is a bit weird. If I could replace it with a class feat, then I'd get rid of mobility for sure because it's quite a weak pick. And I could pick up as someone who has a fighter dedication, you get simple weapons, martial weapons, heavy armor, attack of opportunity.
So what these feats are there an archetype, dedication, multi-class feat that has a prerequisite in the stat that is built in. And yeah, it seems like you give up one of your feats for your own class at a certain level, and then you get some of the abilities of that thing you're becoming dedicated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's a class, and you are picking a class level. Okay, so I could theoretically do it at level 2. I've just got to pick whether it's worth it. The attack of opportunity reaction is really good.
That's pretty hype, yeah.
But I do have nimble dodge as a reaction, so I'd have to go back and drop that and pick something else up.
Well, it's the same. I mean, it's exactly the same. You can have multiple reactions, right? It's the same situation that Josh was in the first batch, right? Where it was like, do I do the strike, or do I do like block with my shield and absorb some of the hit? Again, the game is full of these little granular choices, so having more options when it comes time to make that decision is useful.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally valid. But if I get the choice to have something which I only have access to sometimes, or something passively, that will work with the one choice instead.
No, of course, yeah, that makes sense.
I would get trained in martial weapons, which is nice, but I can only sneak attack if the weapon's damage dice is a D8 or less.
Right.
So I think that makes it less good. And I'm also never going to wear heavy armor.
Right.
Because I'll be sneaking.
Sure.
Unless, of course, Quiet Allies, which is a skill feat that I picked up, works on myself. Which I don't think it does. Because that would be hype. Because
yeah, what's the feat in question?
It's a level 2 stealth skill feat.
Okay.
You have to be an expert in stealth. You're skilled at helping your allies minimize the noise and glare of their armor.
Right.
The check penalty to stealth checks from armor is reduced by 2. So other people can be happily in their armor, and I will just be like...
Right, avoiding the, like, Arcturus trying to sneak situation. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, which seems really cool, because the skill feats are never as strong as your class ones, so it, like... a lot of them are teamwork focused or like out of combat focused, and I thought that would be a cool one.
Let's see, expert in stealth. So this is quiet allies.
Yeah.
Well, an allies within 30 feet of you. I don't think this works on you.
Doesn't sound
no,
like
I don't think you can use it on yourself.
So I might not multi-class into fighter. While it seems kind of cool. Maybe it's better for like a paladin or a cleric more, just because it is helpful, but not quite as helpful because of X.
Yeah.
And since I'd rather be using my reaction to increase my AC against things, because then I'll be staying wearing medium armor, so I'll be able to stealth better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll stay as a 4. Well, I'll always be 4.
Right, you'll always be. It's so weird, yeah, that multiclassing is just feats. And I guess someone in chat was saying that multiclassing is Ivanar was saying it's basically variant multiclassing from Pathfinder 1, which I have no experience with, but it's kind of it's come from that place, I guess, which is neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, slightly different, but fairly similar.
Got it. Cool. That's neat. Okay, cool.
So yeah, I've got to pick a bunch of
a million feats. Okay.
Yes.
So everybody's got to pick feats and spells and what have you. Okay. That's cool. All right. Well, I want to make sure that people have time for that. I don't want to like rush it on stream. Let's talk more generally about gear, starting gear. So this is true for everybody. You're going to get, I wrote it down in my notes, you will get 1 3rd level item, 2, and I'm just gonna write it on, I'll just put it on the screen in Roll20 so that we all know, and you can come back and refer to it.
Yeah.
I will put it down below my super cool artwork that I drew in the first session. Okay, so everyone gets 1 3rd level item, 2 2nd level items, and 1 1st level item. And 300 SP. Now we can, in between, if anybody needs something that's like more, not a magic item, but is more expensive than 300, the adventure specifically calls out that the characters are able to like
Their stuff.
divvy it up. So really, you have either 300 silver a piece or 1,200 silver.
I already know what I want to get.
Yeah, what are you gonna get?
So here's my plan, Adam.
Okay, here we go.
So there's a magic item. It's a level 2 magic item that allows you to recall an item that you pair it with to your hand.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is you need the quick draw feat to do this, and I have it.
I love this.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have multiple crossbows, and I'm going to shoot one and drop it, and then move and shoot the next one, and then recall the first one and reload it for free, and then shoot it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have 2 of those rings so I can do it to both the crossbows. Just keep fucking shooting.
Oh no, you're Reaper.
You are Reaper.
I am short dwarven Reaper.
Scottish Reaper.
Die, die, die.
Spinning around in circles, shooting crossbows, dropping them, getting new ones. That's beautiful.
What's that? I don't need this crossbow.
And it's a 2nd level item, so you can take 2 of them.
It's a 2nd level item. I can take 2 of them, so I can pair both the crossbows with the rings, and then just call them back to my. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Cool. All right, so let me see about how you, like for magic items, how you attune them and like how many you can have attuned to you and how that works. I love this plan.
Resonance points.
Resonance points. That's right.
Resonance points.
Let me see where the rules for resonance points are. So resonance points is how we make magic items stick to us, and we can use them for things. Let's see. I'm gonna look in the index. So resonance points. Do you get them by level?
I think it is based on level, plus intelligence, I want to say.
Yeah, smart people can use magic items. Okay.
Right. No, wait. It was intelligence for alchemists specifically.
Okay, right, because you get a boost to
Charisma.
your resonance points.
Oh my god, it's charisma. No.
Okay, so resonance points, which I know are to pardon the pun, a point of contention in this particular rule set. Let's see. Got it. Okay, investing magic items. Investing an item costs 1 resonance point. It'll say in the item. They have constant abilities that function. You can overspend. If you have 0 left, you can make a check to activate or invest an item normally. They're kind of like effort in Stars Without Number.
Yeah.
Your pool of RP. It's equal to your level plus your charisma modifier. Okay.
Okay, so for me it's 3.
Yeah. So for you, Operation. This is all on page 367. Operation Crossbow Forest is a go. Crossbow Tornado.
Can I substitute my level 3 item for another level 2 item so I can have 3 crossbows?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm gonna say yes. If you can wear multiple rings, which I think you can. I don't think it's dealt by slots. You have 10 fingers. If you want to have 3 crossbows, that's fine.
Where are you seeing this item by level table?
Let's see.
What? I didn't look at an item by level table. I just scrolled through magic items and looked at their level, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are magic items by level.
Yeah.
Okay, it's weird that it says just by level. Oh, I know why. Because plate mail's a level 2 item.
Yeah.
Not all items are leveled.
So yeah, all the equipment, as you can imagine, takes up a fair amount of catalog of items.
Yeah.
So they began pretty early on in the mid 300s. But you can take a potion. You can take. I'm not going to put any specific limit on like which items you can get. Here we go. 10th level treasure, 7th level treasure. Okay, so the page that matters for y'all is 3. I'm gonna write this down. Page 349. 349 is where all of the like magic items and stuff are.
Ho, 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 ho.
Okay. Page 349. Okay.
Interesting.
Someone with 8 charisma can't use magic items at level
Yes.
1. I think that's correct.
The item that I am speaking of is called the returning clasp.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It's 4 gold.
Yeah,
That's cheap.
it costs nothing.
Yeah, so you can pull off cool tricks.
So I can do cool crossbow returning trick shot. Maybe.
Magic items are actually relatively cheap, but remember, 4 gold, like the economy has shifted. You get 300 silver, so you have 3 gold, basically. I do kind of like that they rebalanced the economy, so it was like gold actually is more meaningful rather than just being like, cool, we have 26,000 pieces of gold. We could start our own mint.
A potion of water breathing is a higher level magic item than this returning clasp. I love that it's so bad.
Oh, that's cool. If I want to dual wield, there's an item called doubling rings. So if I get one sweet magic item and wear the rings, the crappy other offhand item is also the same as the other magic item.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's probably way cheaper than like enchanting too, because enchanted items in this are you have to do it with the potency rune system, which is going to be a whole other thing to look at. So I've not got into that yet.
Okay, so I'm going to just make a list for everybody on the Roll20 sheet. Just make sure that these are things that we need to do before we're ready to play. So in between sessions. So feats and skills, if you haven't chosen those. Spells for spellcasters. Equipment. Obviously, character name and description. So those are important. Characters need names. So we'll get those. Am I missing anything? Feats and skills, spells for spellcasters, equipment, character name, description. I think that covers it. Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Okay. So we'll get all that stuff squared away for the next game. And for us, for the cast, if y'all have questions or are like, how does this work or whatever, we'll just use the Slack to talk about it and do those things. Chances are pretty good if it's a rules thing, Dave will jump on it before I get a chance to answer it, but ask anyway so I can like ask out in public so I can see what the rules are. Because honestly, Dave is our rules scholar. I'm just here to orchestrate and make the show go. Cool. So that's it, I think, for our character creation. Unless there's anything that's like immediate and pressing that we like that you guys can think of that we want to take care of right now.
I have one
do it.
question before we peace out. Because I noticed that since I'm a universalist, I get an extra wizard feat at 0th level.
Yep.
So looking over them, I was like, oh, I could either take counterspell, which is pretty tempting,
Pretty cool,
or I could do one of the 2 metamagic-y ones.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the metamagic-y ones adds like a somatic component to the spells, and that's a Pathfinder thing that I haven't dealt with before, so I wanted to know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So adding the way that you cast spell is it uses a number of actions, of which you have 3 every combat round, for each of the components that are part of the spell. So adding on the somatic component will increase the number of actions you use to cast the spell, but gives the spell the properties of the meta magic that you're attaching with it.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it's actually a very elegant system where it's like the more complex the spell, the longer it takes to like cast it, the more effort in your turn you have to use.
The heal spell in this is what made me fall in love with it. It's just the most elegant bit, and like the way it shows off the system is just beautiful. I love it so much.
Well, I'm excited to see it in action with our gnome. Cool. Is everybody else good? Do we feel comfortable to carry on and do our homework?
For our wizard,
yeah.
Make sure when you're picking spells that you're looking at the 1.5 or the 1.6 version, because all your all the damaging spells are more powerful.
Right. Everything is extremely different.
Yep, that makes a ton of sense. I promise.
You don't get the bad ones.
Oh, that would be the worst. You're like, I spent like 4 hours picking spells from the wrong PDF. Yeah, this is the trick.
1.6 open. I will not close it. I promise.
Yeah, delete all other PDFs. Cool. The one, and I want to call this out again, like the PDF we are using, if you are playing the Pathfinder playtest at home, I have found this remarkably useful. Dave dug it up, I think, on Reddit. There is in the Pathfinder subreddit, there is a post that keeps getting updated every time someone does it. And some beautiful human being is going in and they are editing the PDF with notes and links and annotations so that you don't have to be, here's the rules that are all wrong, here's the errata, and hold them as it's one document with links to all of the appropriate stuff.
I've been waiting. I've not seen them do it yet. I've seen that they've edited the post like, this is becoming a lot of work. And if you put up a Patreon, I'll give you some money.
Right? Like what a glorious individual. Yeah. Because it's very hard to do, and it's something that like I can't imagine. We had a hard time keeping like patch notes updated on Dungeon World. I can't even imagine with Pathfinder. It's definitely easier to be like, here's everything we changed, and it's really cool. So if you're looking for that, I'll post a link that people can grab it. But it's just on the Pathfinder subreddit. Yeah, it's super cool, and we'd have a way harder time playing without it. So thank you, poster. I'll find your name and give you proper shout outs next time. Cool. All right. Well, that's it. That's us. We're gonna.
That says it's Gustavo Malik.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Starman. So yeah, we're gonna do we'll do some shout outs, and we will be back next time with finished characters, and we'll play some games. Elf, would you like to begin?
Do I do it in the voice?
Just spare us until next episode.
Okay,
just
fine.
Be
until the
gentle.
character exists, I won't.
That's right.
Destroy your brains. It's fine. So hi, I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter @DistractedElf, where I tweet things and play XCOM on Twitch, I guess. I just follow me with things. I'm done. Just move on to somebody else.
All right, Dave. Rules Master Dave.
Thank you. Yeah. If you'd like to follow my tweets and social media stuff, I'm at Dave_the_human on Twitter and Dave_human on Twitch. And I promised people a stream after this, so I'll probably wait half an hour and then I'll go live on my personal channel.
Sick. What are you playing? Or is it a secret?
I'm gonna play some Minecraft.
Dope.
I've been feeling it.
Nice.
Hey Dave. Yeah. Imagine if your username was Dave_the__, but with underscore spelled out the last time. I think
that'd be intense.
The best.
Well, Dave, you have some competition in terms of underscores because Kat's Twitter username has 2 underscores as well. That's right. They're spreading. Josh, how about you? Where can people find you on the internet?
Hey, I'm Josh. I run a site called Intelligame where we do game culture criticism and try to talk about games through a lens of like stuff that happens in the world. So you can find that at intelligame.us, or you can follow on social media or Twitch at IntelligameUs. You can find me and my drop mix streams and other stuff at Wallstormer on Twitch, Twitter, all the places.
Nice.
Stuff.
I'm gonna watch with eagle eyes for the next time you play drop mix, and I'm gonna be there.
Those are usually the drop mix streams. We call it lunch mix, and it's usually a 1 hour stream that we do at noon Pacific time on Wednesdays. and might tune up to Mondays and Fridays too. But
Well, I have a role playing game.
Sounds great.
I have a role playing game at 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. So
look at
I
that
might just,
natural segue.
I might just show up. Perfect. Thank you. Cool. Last but not least, our new cast member. Thank you for joining us, Kat. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see your space elf wizard.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me to do this, guys. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here making elf magic?
Yeah, so the easiest place is over on the Twitter doing the tweets, where I am at cat_cool_, where cool is spelled like my last name, Kuhl.
That's your actual last name? Oh my god, that's so great. Oh, I love it. Man, I wish my last name was cool.
You can sign up for updates about my upcoming podcast, which is releasing on the 22nd at autonomicpodcast.com, with autonomic spelled like the nervous system.
Nice. Excellent. I love that you assume that people know how to spell the autonomic nervous system.
Yeah,
That's good.
Well, you could look it up.
But what's great about that is most of the time the internet's all talking down to you and they're like, we're going to just spell this out. But you're like, no, I trust you. You'll figure it out. That's okay. You got it. Cool. Well, that's it for us for today, everybody. I will probably not do my second Pathfinder prep stream until after we actually start the adventure. But keep an eye out for that. We'll tweet about it in addition to all of the other great stuff that happens right here on the Roll20 channel. I think the next show is, if I'm not mistaken, it would normally be Friday, but it's going to be on the weekend, and I think that it is Star Trek, and it is cool. So tune in for that. You can find me on Twitter at SkinnyGhost or twitch.tv/AdamCoble, or just all over the place where Dungeons and Dragons and other role-playing games are found. On Friday, I will mention this. It's not on this channel, but it's on mine. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the new D&D supplement, Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. So I'm doing that on Friday. We're going to be using the Roll20 module version of it, and I'll walk through all the new stuff that it's got. I'm really excited about it because I've been drawn back into Magic, and so I'm excited about the world. I'll tell you this, and I'll put myself out there. This is the embarrassing thing that shows how excited I am about this universe. I went on to Amazon and I bought the official Ravnica tie-in novel from 2005.
Yes,
it's not good, but I am excited about it. I can't I'm almost done already, and I'm just like, this is trash. I would have loved this when I was 12, but I can't stop. I can't stop reading it. That's how excited I am.
Now I have to.
And if you missed the Wednesday, because I know some people are asking, if you missed the Wednesday rescheduled hoisting stream, it'll be live on YouTube on Sunday, right before Star Trek, which I've been told was on Sunday, not Saturday. So there you go. Schedule's all down there. That's enough. We're done. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you next time. Goodbye.